Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Bryant, talking to you about you and your business. Always delighted to have my good friend on, Lance Malone, and he's with a great company called Standard Supply. Good time, a long time friend now of the program and of myself, and always glad to have you on, sir. Tell us about Standard Supply, and then introduce us to your great guest today.
Okay, will do. Thanks a lot, Kevin. It's good to be here again. Standard Supply is a distributor of heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and refrigeration products. And what we've been doing is since 1946, we've been taking care of the best contractors in Texas, helping them have the products they need to take care of their customers' needs with heating and cooling and other comfort issues in their homes and businesses. And you can find out more about Standard Supply at ssdhvac.com. Today, I'm really excited to have Bob Whitson with me. Bob is from United Mechanical, and you can learn a lot about their company at unitedmechanical.com. They're here in the Dallas area. And Bob, welcome to the program.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
Now, tell us a little bit about your background in the HVAC industry, and tell us about United Mechanical.
Well, I've been in this business, and it's been a great business. It's a fun business for 42 years. We take a lot of pride in the customers that we have and how we take care of them. United Mechanical is known for its quality installations. We have over 200 employees, been around for over 50 years, and we do air conditioning, and we also do plumbing, commercial and residential.
Outstanding. Now, Bob, I understand this is not your first rodeo, or maybe radio, I should say, that you've actually been on the radio before. In your background. So tell us about that.
Several years ago, we did a call in and asked your question, and I was a guest of another host, and we talked about everybody's air conditioning problems and how to best solve them. And sometimes just having a tune-up on your unit can do a lot of good for your system. So it was interesting and a lot of fun to do, too.
Well, yeah, sure. And we're going to try to do a little bit of that today. But tell us about what you do at United, what area of the business you're focused
I'm
in.
on the residential sales side. I actually go out into customers' homes, hear about the kind of problems they have, and come up with a solution. And that's the fun thing about my business. Each job is definitely different.
Sure. So what's one of the most common complaints that you get from customers about the comfort level in their home?
Well, the comfort level is the key word, because most of the customers have a certain area that they would like to keep more of a consistent temperature with the rest of the house. When you got a home that's east and west, the west side in the afternoon's cooking, and the east side, they're probably freezing because the thermostat, even though most people think they're pretty smart, they're really not. They only know the temperature where they are. And if you got a thermostat in the hallway, it only knows that temperature in the hallway. So it's not able to track the load as the sun moves from east to west.
Yeah, I don't really actually work with the public a lot in what we do at Standard Supply. We work with contractors, but I have lots of friends who know that I'm in the business, and that's one of the most common questions that I'm asked about is hot and cold spots in the house. I have this room in my house that's just burning up and another room in my house that's cold. So what's one solution that you can offer your customers that have this problem that a lot of homeowners probably don't even know about?
Well, my favorite solution is a zoning system. I have one in my house, and here's the way it works at my house. On the west side is my master bedroom and bath and office, and it cooks in the afternoon. The rest of the house is freezing. So I've got a living area and a dining room that is one on a zone by itself. I hardly go into the dining room and the living room. And then the kitchen, the breakfast nook, and my main living area on another zone. So I divided my whole first floor into 3 zones. So when I go to bed at night, I just cool my bedroom. The rest of the house, I turn the temperature up. Gives me great comfort, but there's a lot to do with energy savings also. Because now I've got a unit that's able just to cool the needs that are currently going on in my house.
Excellent. So can you tell the listeners in layman's terms what a zoning system is and kind of how it works?
Well, your house is supplied with a supply duct that goes to each area of your house. and there may be several ducts coming off of one branch to each area. So what you do is you divide that ductwork with dampers that are electronic, and they have their own thermostat. So you can control each area of your house with its own thermostat. And we also use a bypass damper that circulates that pressure back into the return air of the system. So an air conditioning unit is no more than a heat remover. So you're removing heat. So your temperature inside the house may be 75 degrees. The damper that bypasses the air back to it is probably delivering 55-degree air, mixing it with the return, so you're going to cool faster and cool a lot more economically too. And humidity is a big factor with comfort also. So a zoning system, because you're recirculating that air, will dry out the air for cooling, and dry air just makes you feel cooler.
So you touched on some of the other benefits of a zoning system besides eliminating hot or cold spots, but let's emphasize those a little bit. What are the other benefits that you get from having zoning?
Well, we did a project for a customer not too long ago, and it's probably been just about a year now, and I talked to him 2 weeks ago, and he said with the zoning system in his house, we've reduced his energy bill 40%. And that's a nice savings. This man actually has 10 systems in his house, so he is enjoying, and he's excited about the savings that he has.
Sure, I bet he is. So
Hey, unfortunately, I have to wrap it up with that, Lance. I do want you to give your final thoughts on this topic, Lance, and also make sure both of your websites get out there. And I personally want to thank our guests for bringing some interesting insight. I can't think of anything more irritating than cold spots in my house or hot spots in my house, and there's a lot of enlightening information right there alone. Go ahead, wrap it up for us, Lance.
Okay, thanks a lot, Kevin. You know, even if somebody's had a new system installed recently, it's not too late for them to think about looking into zoning to improve the comfort and efficiency in their home. And if they have questions about zoning in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they can go to unitedmechanical.com or call United Mechanical and ask for Bob Whitson, and they can give you a solution to that problem. And also you can find out more about Standard Supply by visiting ssdhvac.com.
Very good. Great topic. Thanks to both of you, gentlemen. Great segment.
Thank you, Kevin.
When we come back, we're going to have much more for you, as usual. Do want to remind you, of course, the best content here can be found over there at uskareview.com. While there, make sure you like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. And this is the price of business.